So today I took a couple of trades in the Nasdaq, and let me show you in the S&P in the S&P 500 here. I traded mostly the Nasdaq in the morning and then the S&P in the afternoon. In the morning it was a total mess, completely out of nowhere. So my idea was that we had this lows here as the Asian session lows or whatever, and then we have this equal lows here for the S&P 500 also as the Asian lows. So when at almost like 215 or 230 here in the Nasdaq, my idea was to short the market to get to this lows. Thing is, the S&P 500 almost hit that target when I entered my trade. And I wasn't really feeling comfortable doing this trade because I was 230, 236. So I just closed it for like um, almost the same. They disappeared because of connection, but it was almost the same candle. I opened long and then I closed it because I wasn't really following my strategy. It was a little bit of FOMO there. Anyways, it's not loading correctly, but it doesn't really matter. Um, let's see if I can load it. If not, yep. So, I wasn't really following my strategies. I just closed it and I let the price just get to the 3 a.m. open. And it was, I don't know what I was really thinking here, because I was thinking still I want to short the market, and it wasn't really making a lot of sense since, well, it was making sense before the S&P 500 took the lows. So here I wanted to short the market to hit these lows, but the S&P 500 took out this Asian session lows. Nasdaq didn't even take out this low, so I should have closed here. I didn't want to close because I felt like if I closed, I was closing out of fear, not based on any strategy or anything. Should have closed. Nasdaq was much stronger than the S&P. The S&P had taken this low. Nasdaq didn't even bother to take out this low, not even this equal lows or the session low. So it was, yeah, total mess of a trade. It would have been nice to close it there, but it's fine. And then so I got stopped out around here, yeah, around, I think right above this wick at 320, 323. And then I thought, okay, we have rejected these lows. In the S&P 500, we've taken these lows, so we might as well want to go up. So when the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 retraced this move, um, and I kind of confirmed that they wanted to go up higher, I entered in this fair value gap with the stop right here, which was pretty okay for some time. But then, yeah, the price at 4 o'clock took out this high, and it really retraced a lot. Didn't even take it in the S&P 500, so we had an SMT here. It didn't really bother me because I thought, yeah, we are retracing here to this order block in 5 minutes. Yeah, in 5 minutes. We're retracing there just to keep going up, we did retrace here to this 5 minute order block, but then we weren't able to make a new high, and that I should have also I entered another contract, I guess you could call it contract here when it touched this candle. It was a good, so I was thinking that after we rechecked this low, we could go up to the session high. We didn't. We rejected the new high, took out the buy side liquidity from here. We still had this pretty good lows with a lot of liquidity from this Asian session, which was my initial idea for the day during the London session. So I should have kept thinking about that. Instead, I just forgot completely about it and said, okay, then we're flipping to longs. And without any like correct bias, since in 15 minutes or even an hour, there wasn't really much to do up here. If this is 15 minutes, if you look up until this, we were still having a lot of liquidity here. We took out this high, and I should have thought that we were eventually going to come up here, especially during the London lunch and the beginning of the New York kill zone. But I thought, yeah, we were flipping too long. We took out this high. I was like 1 hour and a half into the trade when we took that high, and I just completely went to stop loss. I had moved my stop loss a little bit up, so it wasn't a full stop loss, but it was a stop loss. Still, we have this SMT, so I mean, I should have closed here right when I saw that Nasdaq was stronger than the S&P 500. I should have closed there. I could have closed right when I thought of closing and enter long up until its highs. Would have been 3 hours. But then I waited more time. I got into a long here, and it was fine. But I thought that we were going to for the session highs, so yeah, I didn't trade very well this morning on Monday, but it's fine. I mean, I took 2 losses, so it's not that fine, but I've taken notice of what I did wrong, so it's fine. Uh, it's fine if I don't do it again, but yeah, at least I know what I'm doing wrong, which is also pretty important. Then in New York, what did I do? So I joined the market at 9 a.m. New York time, and I was thinking, okay, what do we have here? So at 9 a.m., when this, like right before 9 a.m., I saw that we had just broken down into the session lows. We had, let me show you this. So we had a pretty good liquidity point of like drawn liquidity here as a low that we had taken out during this Asian session on the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq had already taken that liquidity already, but the S&P 500 hadn't. So to me, this was the main drawn liquidity for today, for the beginning of the session. And I was thinking, when we take out this, I don't think we're going lower all the day, so we might go higher, take out this gap. So what I was thinking is, okay, I want to see the price go up and then go down into the point of liquidity or drawn liquidity. I want the price to go up, take some buy side liquidity, and then go down again. So what I was hoping that I could see is at 9:30, 9:30 the price would go up and then go down. So I was waiting until 9:30, or that was my plan when I joined at 8:45 or so. The thing is, um, at I don't know why I have such bad connection, but it's fine. So my idea was wait until 9:30. At 9:30, it might take some buy side liquidity and then go down. Thing is, they took the buy side liquidity at 9 flat, exactly 9. They took out these highs here, which I think I have this. Yeah. So they took out both these highs and both these highs at 9 exactly. So I was like, okay, this is farther, far earlier than I thought it would be. What should I do? So when I saw this at 9, I FOMOed into the trade and said, okay, let's trade now. It doesn't matter. I'll enter the trade now, and because they're likely not going to go up again into the zone and just go down. So I traded a short here, and also I did that in the Nasdaq because I thought both of them are going down. I didn't have a clear take profit for the Nasdaq, so I was going to wait until the S&P 500 took out this low to close out this short also in the Nasdaq, wherever it was. So I took out this short in the Nasdaq and this short in the S&P 500. It was here the entry, and then here I think it was around here or so. I didn't wait here for the retrace. The thing is, I'm trying to trade following like certain rules and following a strategy. So this was outside of my strategy, because I want to trade after 9:30 at least right now, and this was before 9:30. So I was a little bit. So I took out the trades. I took the trades, and I wasn't feeling comfortable because I was thinking, if this goes down and I'm in the trade, I'm going to be happy, but it's not what I want to try and test. And I'm still learning. So like this is paper trading. So like having a good trade or a bad trade doesn't really mean anything. If I open this trade here and it goes down to my target, or here and it goes down to my target, um, I'm not training what I want to train, which is being good at trading after 9:30 and handling my emotions and everything. But I'm going to make some profit, which is nothing because it's paper trading. If I close the trade now and it goes lower, it's fine because I was expecting that, and I'm going to take note that it happened at 9 instead of 9:30, which was what I was thinking, and then next time I'll be able to judge better. If I take this trade and it goes, and if I don't take the trade and it goes down, it's going to be fine as well. And if I take the trade and it goes up and it gets stopped out, I'm going to be very pissed off at myself because I'm going to have a loss doing something that is not like following the steps that I want to follow. So following that idea, I closed my short around here, like break even, like $1 of profit on each of them, and I thought I'm going to wait until I have everything under control and like until 9:30 basically. So at 9:30 here at 9:30, so it was 9 whatever, 9:27, 9 something, and I thought, okay, if the price is going to go down here and I want to enter this short, I'm going to look for some place where I want to place my short. And I saw this 3 minute, incredible 3 minute fair value gaps. I said, okay, limit order here, stop loss above the body of this candle. That's it, down to the low. It happened. I mean, this is what I was waiting for the New Year session. Well, it's not going to load, but the Nasdaq just did something similar. This is the 3 minute fair value gap on the Nasdaq. It touched it, went into the gap, would have placed my stop loss around here and down. I didn't take this trade, but I took the trade on the S&P 500. I wanted to take the trade on both, but I just forgot to do it here. It would have been really nice, but yeah, what's like I took out the short, or I took the short and to the drawn liquidity for today, and I closed the graphs for today because I don't want to look into anything else. I was thinking that the price was going to bounce after taking this low, and it did. Would have been nice to enter here, or it would have been nice to enter, yeah, here on the Nasdaq for targeting the London highs. It was a really good trade, or would have been a really good trade, but I didn't want to look at the charts more today because I had a pretty rough London session. I had a decent New Year's session at the beginning, and it was fine for me to just not trade more. But yeah, it would have been really good entry here, long here, and here, long up until here, or here, I don't know where. Oh, here. But yeah, it was. So today it ended like I ended at break even mostly from the losses of London plus the profits in New York. It was like a break even day for today, but doesn't really matter. It's paper trading. The thing is, I'm trying to just be consistent with something, and while being consistent, I'll get better, and then I'll be able to really make money out of it. So yeah, that's all for today. Pretty long trading recap.